try this again. All right, everyone, let's try this again. Welcome to the Bronze Reaper podcast. I'm your host, Rosalind Perkins. Happy Monday to everyone. I hope everyone's doing fine and there we go. And I want to say, like I said, happy Monday to everyone. And we're going to have a great show today because we're going to kind of switch it up, kind of, sort of. Instead of FBA versus everyone, it's going to be FBA versus white supremacy. The reason why I picked this out because at the ending of my show, there was a little kid or a white supremacist that jumped on and said, Ooga Booga. Okay. That's cool. You know me. I don't mind. I don't bullshit. I don't complain. I don't talk shit. Well, kinda. But I'm gonna give him a taste of his own medicine today, and his people. If y'all don't know me, the way how I started actually impacting was because I packed out probably 20, 25 white supremacists. And this is all on one show. It was so bad that I made them get off. I had to get them off my show with their own choice. I didn't tell them to get off. I was with the bullshit. Unfortunately, they have never been back ever since. Some of them come back here and there, hear me talk. Others, nah, they don't want to smoke. One thing about me, I give you what you want. I always give you what you want. When you talk crazy, I talk crazy too. I'm on the same frequency you're on. I always have been like that. But before we start, I'm gonna tell y'all how my day was. My day was all right. I was chilling. I dropped my son off, so I got a few hours, so I was like, let me hop online. I got what? 12, 1, 2, 3, 2. I got 3.5. I got 3.5 hours that I can burn. So, I burn it with y'all. Um, but the way how most of this stuff started off, yesterday I had a headache. I was gonna jump online for like an hour. I was like, nah, let me not do it. I'm not feeling too good. I didn't even watch what's his name? I didn't even watch Star Report last night, so yeah, I didn't do a lot of stuff last night. I had a headache. I think I was drained. I don't know what was going on. I just know I wasn't in the mood of anything. So I'm better now. I'm more energized. Been drinking water. I gotta figure out what's wrong with my air conditioner. Like it's blowing out cold air, but I'm not feeling it. Like my room ain't feeling it. This used to be like a freezer. I don't know what's going on now, but I'll figure it out sooner or later. Um, Definitely, I want y'all to enjoy yourself today because it is Monday. I know Monday's usually the slow day, but tomorrow I might not pop on because I'm gonna be in Boston. I gotta leave early. I gotta go bring my son to Boston for his an appointment. So, yeah, we might not do a show, and that's usually my other show that I usually do. I gotta figure out what day should we do. Sincerely, my paramour. I'm thinking Tuesdays and I want to say Saturdays, Tuesdays or Tuesdays and Fridays. Um, and if anything, I'll do two shows. So that I'm still thinking it's it's a great opportunity to switch it up and give y'all different varieties of things. Like, um, instead of talking about current events and white supremacy, we can talk about life, love, all that cool shit, and have a little better tempo when it comes to these type of things. Um, like I said, I think we should, turn it down sometimes. So that's why I wanted to sample that show out, and the show did not bad actually. Give me 1 second. Let me tell you what the show did. The first episode. Uh, so live, nah, podcast. I mean playlist. Sincerely, my paramour. So I did 2 shows. So the first show did. Oh yeah, cause it cut off. So give me a second. The first show. Let me tell you. Give me a second. It did the total. It did like over 100 views, and that's just the first show. It cut off, so definitely it was different. But I think if we would have stayed online just as one show, it would have done 3 times better. Um, but all jokes aside, I loved it. I loved doing those type of shows with y'all because I feel I feel that not that we're moving in a different place, but definitely we have different we have different shows that we can do. I don't know how am I gonna the thing about it, I don't know how am I gonna title it. I think I wanna put Sincerely My Paramour episode 1 or 2 and we do it that way. Or I put since My Paramour, then I'll put equals and I'll put the title. You know, hey, what's going on, E Will? Salute, salute. I was just talking about the other channel that we have, Sincerely My Paramour podcast. I was debating how should I title the show. I think I'm gonna title it Sincerely My Paramour, and I'm gonna put episode 1 or 2, and we'll do it that way where we could just and I'll put like a little title on it. Hey, what's going on, Nick Machiavelli? How's everything? Happy Monday to both of y'all. You know, yeah, I gotta figure out how am I gonna title that show. The show's gonna be dope, and yeah, I'm switching it up kinda today. So kinda let's little tab. You know, it's gonna be a great show. I'm gonna say that it's gonna be a real good show. Let me see. Oh, let me check X or Twitter. Let me see how it look. All right, starting off decent. There's like one person on there. Um, same to you. Thanks, homie. Thanks, I appreciate that. Um, let me see. All right, cool. So I'm gonna leave that open. Yeah, so definitely, yeah, it's gonna be a great show today. I have some dope videos that we're gonna watch. I got one, two, three. I got 3 videos today that we're gonna watch. It's gonna be super dope. You know. Hey, y'all brought the numbers up too, man. Salute to y'all. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's a start. We're getting it. What's going on, Jeff? Man, salute, salute. Yeah, we got a different episode today. So definitely, like I kind of switch it up a tab. You know, I was gonna do this one yesterday, but I had a headache. I was like, man, let me just go to bed and I'll just do it in the I'll do it in the afternoon because I gotta drop my son off. So I'm gonna cut down doing shows at 9 o'clock, and the reason why is because I gotta drop my son off at his appointment at 10:45, 10:40, and I gotta rush back here to do the show at like 11:05, 11:15. So it will be we will be doing it. We will be doing that around that time. It's not gonna be too late, but it's gonna be different. Um, and I might not do a show tomorrow. If yeah, I might not do a show tomorrow because I gotta drop my son off, and I mean I gotta bring my son to an appointment in Boston. So like Boston, like Boston Medical. So yeah, I gotta find parking. I gotta find a place, and like I can find a place like that. It's just depending on where in Boston Medical it is. So and Boston Medical is Roxbury, so it's the town of Roxbury. Um, definitely. But have y'all been keeping up on the case though? The Diddy case? I think personally, I think he's gonna. And you know how we do. We usually talk for like an hour and 15, 20 minutes. I think they're gonna give parking in Boston must be yeah. It's crazy. It's not like New York, but Boston, it's up there. Especially, don't forget, Boston people don't know how to drive. Yeah, we're bad in driving. Just as a whole, yeah, Boston has bad driving. Yeah, Diddy's gonna walk. Yeah, I told you, man. I just, cause you gotta look at it. I think they just did that to try to drain his money and say like, "Yo, stay in your place, nigga." You know, cause this shit would have. I don't think personally this shit would have never happened if it wasn't that lawsuit that he had from the alcohol company. He sued him for like I think $1 billion, if not a high millions, high hundred millions. You know, so yeah, I think that was a money grab, and Cassie just came out looking crazy. Yeah, you got 30 million for it, but is it worth, your kid's sanity? You know, that's what you got to think about. Is that shit worth your kid's sanity? Some of that shit should have just stayed behind closed doors. Even with Daphne, that shit should have just stayed behind closed doors. You know, you say you love Diddy, but at the end of the day, you're on trial right now. And this motherfucker was paying for your lifestyle. And giving you spending money. So it's just say you didn't want to do it anymore or just find a new person. But I'm going to say this. I personally think Cassie did it out of bitter anger. Because don't forget, Young Miami, she loves Diddy. You don't think she was doing those freak offs with Diddy? Oh, no, she was. She liked him. She played her part. She did what she was supposed to do. So, this is why I always tell people all the time, I respect Young Miami because I think Young Miami knew what this was. Yeah, he can fall in love with you, but at the end of the day, this is the shit that he likes. This is the type of shit that comes with it. Is that 30 million coming back? All the government's witnesses. I don't know. I think Diddy's gonna let her keep it. It ain't a thing to a player like Diddy. So and I have to look at Diddy as a player because at the end of the day, Diddy had fucking. Let me tell you something. 50 Cent goes on live TV, says, "Yo, I hate Diddy. That motherfucker, he's wild. He's a freak. He be playing with niggas' booty holes." And you know what Diddy did? He slutted his baby mother. The nigga slutted his baby. He slutted his baby mother out and made her love him. That's why you ever heard that said, "I hate that, I love you, baby." That song. Dirty Money? Yeah. That's what that song was about. Hate that, I love you. Oh yeah. Let me ask you a question. You think Cassie ain't coming back to Diddy? She's gonna come back to Diddy. All these accusations that she's coming back to Diddy. You know, it's. I think personally, courts try to shame Diddy, and I think Diddy should sue. He should sue the government. He should sue the government. You know, fuck it. And the reason why I say he should sue the government is because this shit would have never been a thing if the government didn't make it a thing. You know, so yeah, you get what you dish out, man. You know, I personally don't think he's guilty, but at the end of the day, I think he's just guilty of being a freak, just doing freaky shit. You know, it always been like that. Give me 1 second. $122 free agency. The biggest free agency deal in NBA off season. But yeah, like this shit comes with the territory. I always tell people that. I hope he does get that $30 million back, and the reason why is because I feel like she did that because she couldn't be the main girl. Like she could. Yeah, he's just a freak because he's really ain't. Jeff. I don't see anything wrong with that. Is he a freak? Put it this way. Even when Diddy gets out of jail, niggas is still going to the parties. Niggas is still going to the parties. Nigga, he's gonna have the biggest freak off and probably freak off history once he gets out. Would y'all niggas go? I don't know. I might go. I don't know. I don't know. Would y'all go? It's just it's. If Diddy invites me, I'll be like, oh man, I don't know, Diddy. You put me in a tough situation. Diddy got money, so people still going to mess with. Yeah, even if he didn't have money, niggas is still fucking with Diddy. I'm just being personally honest. Diddy's out here, man. I think Diddy's doing his thing, man, and I think niggas is hating. I think niggas is hating because of that. They hate that Diddy's motherfucker's a wild boy. He's living life. Oh, that first freak off after the acquitted is gonna be lit. Yes, E. You on the same time I'm on. That's just gonna be crazy. He's gonna have porn stars there. He's gonna have executive producers, CEOs. Stevie J's gonna be in there. Stevie J's gonna be in there with the stunner shades on and everything. Free Diddy, not guilty verdict coming. Yup. Shout out to Kwame. Yup. I feel it. I think, and I'm gonna be personally honest. I think he's getting off, and niggas is still gonna fuck with him. Niggas know Diddy's bisexual. Niggas is still gonna fuck with Diddy. This is a perfect time, for Diddy to be bisexual. Hell yeah. And what's his name? TD Jakes. He ain't coming to those parties no more. Oprah, you're not coming to the parties no more. You're off the list. Tyler Perry. You got legal problems right now, so them three motherfuckers is off the list right now, and I understand why. Y'all try to do Diddy dirty, like niggas don't got tapes on TD Jakes with the little boy. They say TD Jakes is a power bottom. This is what niggas is saying out here. Niggas have done shows on TD Jakes about this, so. It ain't. Let me tell you something. It ain't nothing. And the reason why I say it ain't nothing because TD Jakes knows what's up. TD Jakes knew that Diddy was gonna hold that motherfucker secret. This was a slander campaign from white people and hateful black people. I think this is a campaign. This was a yes, it was a slander campaign. It wasn't from white people. It was from his business owners, I believe. Yep, no underage girls and stuff. They could say whatever you. And I'm gonna say this personally. Um, I think that's a white supremacy thing. Them young girls, them young white girls and stuff. I think that it's a white supremacy thing, not a white people thing. A white supremacy thing. I'm gonna say it again, not a white thing, a white supremacy thing. Let me ask you a question. Why do you think every white supremacist had his wife or girlfriend is so skinny, they ain't got no boobies, they ain't got no ass, they ain't got nothing, they look young? That's the type of shit they're into. It's crazy because during the building up, they were talking about children and all types of weird shit stuff. At the end of the day, it was just a freaky ass nigga and his freaky woman. Yeah. Yes. Let me tell you where they fucked up at. They should have said, "Yo, he molded them. He groomed both of them. You can't groom that old ass Asian girl. She wanted money. It ain't no different from a porn transaction or an adult entertainer transaction." So this is where it gets funny. If they would have made it a grooming thing with Cassie, and Cassie would have never put anything out. Cassie fucked up when she started talking on the phone and making these texts. Diddy knew what he was doing. Diddy's a player. He's a player out here. He might be a freaky ass player, but he's out here. He's out here doing this shit. But they fucked up and say, "Oh, yo, he told me to text him." Then after that, you sending transactions to the porn stars with your money. Then you say Diddy paid you back. Diddy was giving you an allowance. You used your allowance to get freaky. Tisha tell Ticket TV and Jaguar Wright Jaguar Wright should be in jail for lying on Diddy. Yeah, she should. If it was a lie, yeah. But one thing I could say about this, there is some truth in what Jaguar was saying. She was saying that, oh yeah, he was fucking all these girls. He was fucking some of these boys. Because you gotta look at it. Where's Justin Bieber? They were saying, oh yeah, Justin Bieber was getting fucked by these people. She was saying, oh, Usher was fucking with him too when he was a little boy. Tevin Campbell. Tevin Campbell's all fucked up. The question is, where are these three people? Why is it only the women? Usher's doing fine right now. He's living life. He's getting busy out here. He's doing them shows in Las Vegas, kissing on people's women. But I think she did fuck. One thing I do believe, I'm gonna say this, and I know it's an allegation. I do believe that was it Tisha Campbell's ex-husband was fucking Diddy. I do believe that. No. I'm sorry. That he was fucking Will. Cause don't forget, Will Smith was in these parties. Don't forget about those allegations when they were like, oh yeah, Will Smith wanted to fight Diddy because he wanted his wife to be in the freak off. In the three-way with him and J-Lo. Yeah, that's that Jaguar Wright shit that she was talking about. Or somebody was, no, was it Jaguar Wright or was it, what's ain't Tevin Campbell play ball, power line in the Goofy movie? I think so. Yeah, I think so. Tevin Campbell was that nigga back in the days. Did he sing that song? Can we talk for a minute? I think Tevin Campbell sing that. What's going on, Randall? How's everything? Happy Monday, man. Happy Monday. But yeah, you be surprised. Yo, you be surprised. Like, yo, what type of shit these people be on, man? They be on that time. They be on that type of time, man, with these women. And these women are down to fuck, man. It's like, yo, these. Let me tell you something. This is why I'm gonna do a show. I'm gonna do a Sincerely Paramore show called Happiness versus Money. Do men and women choose happiness or do they choose money? You know, that's gonna be for tomorrow. I think because the Sincerely My Paramore show. I think I try to do 2.5 hours. Honestly, everyone should be looking for a acquittal. If he gets time, that sets a horrible predicament. Yeah, I believe you will on that one. It doesn't look good if they charge him for that. I personally put it this way. I personally don't even think they should have charged Cosby. Has he done it? Maybe, maybe not. But don't forget, most of these girls who were doing all that shit was dope fiends anyways. That was the drug culture back in those days. It was the drug culture. You don't think they were doing it, willingly? First of all, you gotta, when girls be at these type of parties and they be underage, I be asking, where was their parents? Why wasn't their parents involved? And let me tell you why I think this shit went left. When that girl who had autism or she was disabled try to sue Diddy and Jay-Z. I think that shit went left when that shit happened. Yes. Yeah, I just looked it up. He voiced Powerline in the Goofy movie. Yeah, he was lit back in the days, man. I think people took advantage of him. I think those CEO, those rich people. I'm gonna tell y'all something about the industry. I personally don't like to talk about it because I had a chance to be in the industry. But seeing how this industry was going, where even the modeling industry is crazy. Like models have freak offs. Don't let niggas fool you with that shit. Them niggas have freak offs. Yes. Models have freak offs. Now the question is, I'm gonna say this. You don't think President Trump's wife was there at those freak off parties in New York? Melania used to be a model, yes. I'm not gonna say she was or she was not, but I'm asking the question. If she was a model, you don't think she was at those freak off? If they're going to go after black men, they should do the same to white men who do it. Yeah. Like let me tell you what was an unbalance. The Weinstein and the R. Kelly case. Weinstein been doing this shit for over 50 years. They only gave him a 20 piece. R. Kelly, these are still accusations. Only thing we could really actually say is he was actually fucking with Aaliyah, I believe. The thing about it, him and Aaliyah were actually really in love. You don't think Tyson Beffa was You'll see a lot of people there. I went to one of those freak offs, the modeling freak offs. I'm not gonna lie. They had a little orgy room, yes. They had cake bowl. They had the cake batter mix bowls filled with weed, another one filled with pills, another one filled with coke. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. They have these parties in New York. I ain't gonna tell you who was there, but niggas was there. Sitting in the corner, yo, I'm telling you. CEOs were there. Executives were there. Yeah, they were at these freak offs. Yeah. Yeah, you be surprised, man. Let me tell you something. Uh, all Kwame's tattoos are DD direction to the. Y'all back at it already. Okay, do y'all thing. Yeah, man, yo. That's why I always tell people all the time. It was a great experience in the modeling industry, but it's just y'all. I tell people all the time, y'all got to be careful. Yeah, these freaky ass executives be trying to fuck boys too. Don't get that shit fucked up. Yeah, the owners, the executives, yeah, they be trying to fuck boys. Yeah. I'm sorry if I feel like I'm throwing somebody under the bus. That's why I say I'm not saying no names who were there. But yeah, niggas and bitches were fucking. You know. I felt motherfuckers. Yeah, good music, good alcohol. Motherfucker had at least, and back in those days too, they had at least a good 30, an easy $50,000 of alcohol there. Did you hear that guy that got deported to Jamaica, even though he was born on a U.S. in Germany? People tried to say he was Black American, but his father was Jamaican, his mother's King. Yeah, they had to deport him, and there's no more of that anchor baby shit no more. Like, that's why I was telling Kwame, I was like, yo, that shit was only for basically foundational Black Americans. You know? Kwame's sitting with no so while he's listening to Doug Duval Johnson. Yo, Kwame ain't even saying nothing, man. I know you day traded, Kwame, but always getting at you, man. Randall's ready today. Go on, Randall. But yeah, like, yo, you be surprised, like, how that shit was going down at those type of parties. Oh yeah. Sometimes it was a three-way. Girls want two dudes. Yeah, that's. You be surprised. And the thing about it is that we kept it on a hush. We kept quiet about it. You know, it's just, if you're gonna get your freak on, everything is consent. You know, it's like, okay, yeah, you seen the party. Oh, fuck that shit. You can leave. Niggas ain't like, oh no, where you going? Nah, niggas ain't grab me on and talk about, yo, where you going? No, you gotta go. If you, oh, I'm not feeling this. All right, you know, I'll see you tomorrow. All right, yeah, see you tomorrow. It's not my vibe, you know. The 14th Amendment is only for Black Americans. Facts. That's it. At least have one Black American parent. Damn. Then you got an argument, you know, but it's yeah, Jeff. It's just, they had to go, man. You know, it's not like, oh yeah, niggas is kicking your backs in and shit like that. Like, Black Americans warned you. Black Americans told y'all to stay on code, and since the 60s, Black Americans been telling foreigners to stay on code. This is their own demise. Now you want to ask for help again? No, we can't big brother you no more. Y'all gotta hold this L and do it yourself. You could be mad at Black Americans all you want, but niggas told you in the first place. So a person has a choice to tell you, yo, I'm not helping you now. I've been told you. I warned you. It's like this story I read in the Bible. It's crazy. This guy, he was stuck in a desert, and he was like, yo, God's gonna help me. This one guy came and brought him some water, and he's like, nah, I don't want that water. God's coming to help me. Another guy came with some water and an extra mule and food. No, an extra mule. He's like, God, nah, I don't want it. God's gonna help me. I don't need your help. Just kept on praying, just praying. God, please, God, help me, please. Please, help me, please. Help me, please, God. Then after that, um, a guy came with water, food, and a mule. Nah, don't want it. God gonna help me. God gonna help me. Please, God, help me. Nigga died. That motherfucker died. He was in heaven with God. God, why you didn't help me? Why you didn't help me? Nigga, I gave you 3 signs, man. I gave you water. I gave you a mule with water. I sent my people to help you. And you denied all 3 of them. Nigga, you supposed to be dead, nigga. God didn't say it like that, but that's what God meant. You know? Nigga, people send you signs and telling you like, yo, don't do that shit. Yo, you need to stay on code with us. This is what you get, man. There was this. Hold on, let me see if I can find that shit on Tariq Nasheed. And that's gonna be the first thing I play too. Hold on, verdict watch. Yada yada yada. Okay. There was this white supremacy guy. No. It was on Captain Tazariot. This white guy was like, "Oh yeah, and I was watching it like a few days ago too. He was like, "Yeah," the white guy was like, "Oh yeah, we're getting them all out, man." He's like, "Yo, we all need to come together and stuff like that." And he's like, "What?" And this is a white supremacist. He was like, "No, we're not gonna fucking come together with you because y'all are in problems." He's like, every time he's like, "Yo, you haven't seen the history with black and white, I mean, black people and white supremacists helping each other. Every time we help you, y'all turn and stab us in the back. Why the fuck would we do that? I'd rather see you crash and burn, nigga." That's what he said. Captain Tazariot said that. I was like, oh shit. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, man. So like, people can kick in the back of Captain Tazariot and how he talked, because he was talking about, oh yeah, we need to get the Jews out of here. We need to come together. No, I said, you're the problem too, he said. Captain Tazariot said, you're the problem too. He said, they wasn't the only one that had me enslaved too. Y'all had us enslaved too. What are you talking about? Y'all just trying to put the blame on everybody else except them, So yeah, it's a weird situation. Hold on 1 second. That's why I always tell people all the time. You gotta watch out for those type of people. I think white supremacy right now, it's crazy. Hard head makes a soft ass old school saying, yeah, Rando's right. We've been warning everything. White supremacy, we've been warning you need to stay on code with us. We're the reason why you're here. They only wanted white Europeans coming into this country. But, you got the Lilac organization saying, oh, our problem, the Negro problem isn't our problem. Let them fight their own battles. None of y'all Mexicans, none of y'all Dominicans, Puerto Ricans said anything. Y'all went on board with this man and still to this day use that type of white supremacy. So it's, you can't ask us for help, and we gave you help. We gave you the blueprint. Stay on code. You want a community of your own? Yeah, you would have been got that community of your own. We would have fought for you to get that community of your own. You thought if you allied yourself with white supremacy, y'all would have got your own shit. And like, things just don't work like that. It has never worked like that. Give me a second, everybody. Oh, that's just my weight. All right. Yeah, it just doesn't work like that. I've been said that. So. Oh shit! Hold on. Find 2 employees arrested and terminated as. Oh shit! I think 2 people from Mayor Wu's campaign was arrested and terminated. Oh shit. That shit's looking crazy. Black Americans don't owe anyone shit but an ass whooping. Kinda sorta, yeah. We kinda sorta own everybody a fucking ass whooping, man. All these times these people turned on us and burned down our community. Hey, let me tell you something. White supremacy wasn't the only one that burned down our community. Look at what happened in California. They're burning down innocent people who has nothing to do with no type of gang ties or gang related ties. They burning down their community to get them getting them the fuck out of there. Now the question is now, where did they learn that shit from? I have some ideas. We did have the Tulsa, Oklahoma massacre. We had shit like that. They took that from the white supremacy playbook. Then we do have Mexicans that do fuck with us in California. But those are the only people that's going to be saved. But their parents and all those other people are not going to be saved. We'll save you if you fuck with us heavy, hard body. But we ain't going to go out here dumb out for everybody, I love me some white women. Shout out to SB. Mexican firebomb, black homes, and yeah, I know. I just said that too. Yeah, Ramado. Yeah, I don't know where that is in California. I'm not fluent in California lingo or even politics. That's why I always tell people all the time I would never move to California. My house would probably get robbed every other month. Yeah, they got them home invasion pirates over there. They get busy. Shout out to them, but they get busy. They get busy. And they don't mind laying people down. Let me tell you something. When somebody's in a house, that's considered a home invasion. You're going to jail for 15 to 20 years, player, instead of going to jail for 3 for 15 when nobody's not in that house. They don't think about that type of shit, so. Hey, yo, did y'all see, what's his name? Your boy Myron Gaines almost got lined up, man. He almost got packed out by some black dude in Miami. He dumbed out for the black queen. Yeah, man. Shout out to him. Line that motherfucker up. That nigga was scared. That nigga almost booked it like Bucci Bear did. Yeah. California is not a good state for black people. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's just... First of all, I always tell people all the time, when black people are not the majority, shit goes left. Shit's always gonna go left. And the reason why people everybody wanna line themselves with the winner, or supposedly the winner, and that's white supremacy. This is what they were pumped in. I'm gonna be personally honest. This is what they were given when they got to this country. Yo, stay with white people, stay away from with black people. Yeah, his security guard had to help him, man. Yeah, his security guard had to help him. Nah. Yeah, he was almost on the run. He got up real fast. He's like, oh, I don't got my gun on me today. Yeah, that security guard had to help him, man. Yeah, he is. Well, I did a show on this. I said, I feel like they gave him another job. He probably sucked at being a Homeland Security guard, and they gave him another job. And that's probably to get information on black communities, all that shit. That's why he talks crazy. He thinks he's telling the truth, and he's really not. Facts can be proven wrong too. So that's why I understand when, what's his name, 19 Keys was saying the truth and the facts. That's why I always I'm cautious right now of saying facts. Because facts can be proven wrong. Remember when people say, oh yeah, the facts is that black people are committing more crimes. But they're not putting all the facts in together. They're not telling you, how many people beat their case, or how many people are immigrants. They just put all black people as a collective. You know, so this is where things get funny. Um, yeah, he almost got packed out. Thank God he didn't have like 3 or 4 other people with him. Yeah, he was ready to dumb out. Yeah, OG was ready to dumb out. He already knew. And that's what, and I seen another clip where some white boy was questioning his facts. It is right. He's like, "Yo, how you getting your game?" And he was like, "Yo, how you getting your facts? How you getting your truth on everything that you're saying?" He was saying life experience, people, and the thing about it, he doesn't have no life experience with bitches. This nigga just started getting bitches like a few years ago. You know? This camel piss motherfucker is just getting his information from, as Kwame always says, pseudo intellectuals. Kwame's favorite word, pseudo intellectuals. You know? Like, let's personally be honest. Myron Gaines and Andrew Tate's experience is different from black experiences. They have different experience, you know. Andrew Tate is technically an American. He was born in Washington D.C., I believe. Let me see. I think that motherfucker was born in Washington D.C. He was born on an American base. Walter Reed National Military Medical Center. Now we got to see where that is. He was born on a military base in Maryland. I was close. He was born in Maryland. Now watch this. I'm gonna pimp y'all to something. Right there. Born Walter Reed Army Medical Center. When we look that up, this is what it says. The location is Bethesda, Maryland. He's an American. He's going around here perpetrating a fucking person from the UK, you know? Titty say white people, yet he discussed black people from the Caribbeans and Africans. Who did? I'm sorry, I'm lost, Kwame. Did you say Titty? Oh, Tito. Who's Tito? I don't know Tito. I'll look that up. Email me and send me his channel and I'll watch it. I just don't know what you're talking about. Oh, you're talking about Andrew Tate? Yeah, because don't forget he comes from the UK. There's not really that many black British people there no more. They're all Caribbean and African British. Say white people, yet he discussed black people from. Oh, Andrew Tate? Yeah, Andrew Tate's always been like that. Yeah, he's an FBA, but he's a coon, you know? Oh no, we got smoke for our coons, yeah. You think cause yeah, that's his real name. Elmarie. Elmarie's his real name. Yeah, his father's lit. Yo, his father's an OG in Chicago. Yeah, his father's an OG in Chicago. He's a chess player. Oh yeah, he was a good chess player. Yeah, Andrew is his middle name. Damn, both of his father. Yeah, both of their names is Andrew. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna say this. When your father builds you a castle, you don't be like, oh, yo, you know what? I want my own identity. I'm trying to make my own identity. That shit is weird. It's like if I build my kids a castle and they talk about they want to build their own castle, nigga, what are you smoking crack? What you think I did this all for? Yeah, probably, yeah, because his mother's British. You know, but he was raised in Britain. Yeah, so yeah, some can, yeah. It depends how you look at it. Um, I always tell people this: your lineage might be FBA, but your roots might not be FBA. And what I mean by that is you can be birthed by black people, but not raised by black people. You know, it be like that, and the reason why it be like that because at the end of the day, he looked white, but his dad is yeah. His father was a chess player. He was a dope chess player. You know, it be like that. Yeah, his father was lit back in the days, man. I have more respect for his father than both of the brothers. Both of his sons. His sons are sellouts. They're pieces of shit. R.I.P. to him, but yeah, his son, he raised a piece of shit of sons. Um, they're only black when it's convenient to them. Um, Drake's father is a FBA from Memphis, but born and raised in Canadian. Yeah, he don't have the thing about it. He has the lineage. It's just he just doesn't. His roots isn't from there. It's like when I say roots, I mean like okay. I'm gonna give you my example. My family is from the South, and they're black. I have roots of black people, but I really don't have roots from the South because I really wasn't down there like that. Most of my roots in my generation, because I'm a what second generation Bostonian, yeah. Because most of my roots came from the South. You know, like he's generationally not really black American. Like look at his kid. In the next, what is it, 3 or 4 generations, that kid's gonna be white. That kid's gonna be white. That kid ain't gonna be fucking with no black women. Like, let's personally be honest. You think Drake's kid is gonna mess with black people? Fuck no. I don't. I highly doubt he do that. Most FBAs are mulatto. I see why FBA. But no, you can't. No, you can't say that we're mulatto. Mulatto is technically a mulatto is a horse, my nigga. If you talk about half black and white, no, not all of us is black and white. You know, not most of us kept those babies that were black and white. Yeah, we did have some house niggas, yes, that were black and white, and that's why they were in the house, because they were high, bright, and almost white. But not a few generations, Drake's son is white. Yeah, pretty much. He's more white than black. He's probably just a quarter black now. You know, that's why Frederick Douglass was a mulatto. So his mother and father was black and white. You know, it's weird, man. I got to say that. Give me a second. Like we can say that, but at the end of the day, it's just how you was raised. Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate was raised to be a coon by the mother. Drake was technically, he was raised to cosplay to be black. He was a coon. Drake is a coon. Like he can't, like let's be personally honest. I personally don't think Drake can make a hit, can write a hit if his life counted on it. I think most of those hits that he wrote, people wrote for him, and there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, she is. Yeah, but we're talking about this generation now. This generation is more mixed because this generation is mixed because most people, um, how to explain it? Most people think everything is kumbaya. Everybody thinks everything is kumbaya. And it's cool. I don't mind it if people think that. That's good if people think that. But at the end of the day, that's not how the world works. The world has never been worked like that. You know, so we could talk about how mixed they are is how they were raised. You know? How these people were raised. You know? It's just how they were raised. If they was raised a certain way, nah, shit's gonna go left. Plain and simple. Shit's gonna go left. You know? Um is it bad? Kinda, sorta. And the reason why I say it's bad because give me a second. It's bad. And we're gonna start the show in like 5-10 minutes, so but I'm gonna say this. All those people that you named, Kwame, probably one or two of them was raised as to be a black man. Maybe even three. Maybe even three. I think Langston Hughes is a Caribbean too, Kwame. I think Langston Hughes is a Caribbean. So y'all used to, you know, sleeping with white women and stuff. And white men, you know? Give me a second, I'll look them up. Yeah, man, we checking, we checking everybody's background. Nah, Booker T. Washington's not. This nigga Kwame's wilding out. Yo, you almost got me for a second, but Booker T. Washington is black, man. He's like